In March 2003, there was an incident in Canada that shocked the whole world. In Toronto, Canada, the police arrested a man named Andrew Carlson. And that man was arrested only because he already knew which company's share is going to increase in the share market and whose price is going to fall. You will be surprised to know that that man had bought shares of 126 companies within a few months. And surprisingly, all those 126 shares only gave him a profit. And within a few days, he converted his $800 into $300 million. This happened because none of the companies he bought shares from suffered any loss. Friends, you will be surprised to know that the best share market expert in the world could not even guess which company's share would give a profit and which would give a loss. This is why Andrew Carlson was arrested. The police thought that there was a big scam going on in the share market. This person could be exposed for this scam. After arresting that man, he was investigated by the FBI. During the investigation, Andrew told such things to those people that the investigators were also surprised to hear. The FBI people did not understand what to do now. Andrew told that he is a time traveler who has traveled time from the year 2256 and has come here. This is why he already knew what was going to happen in the share market. The investigators thought that the man was fooling them. This is why the investigation started after keeping that man in custody. But the surprising thing is that after investigating for more than a month, the police could not find out where that man lives. Where did that man come from? Is there anyone behind him or not? Even the police did not find out anything about that man's parents, neighbors, relatives. You can also say that during the investigation, even a small piece of data of that man could not be found anywhere. In fact, the FBI did not find any such document that could prove that Andrew has any existence from this world. After being asked by the FBI again and again, Andrew was just saying that he is a time traveler who has come to this time period only to earn money. Andrew told about some incidents to convince the FBI that were going to happen in the future. Andrew also told the FBI that if they let him go, he will also tell them about the ways to treat AIDS in the future. Not only that, Andrew also told the FBI that if they let him go, he will also give information about the world's biggest terrorist Osama bin Laden. But the Toronto police did not understand what to do with that man. Later, the Toronto police put that man in jail and his bail amount was set at $10 lakh. The police thought that someone from a big gang must be behind that man. But someone will definitely come to release him after giving the bail amount. And a few days later, this also happened. A few days later, a missing person filled a bond of $1 million and bailed Andrew. When Andrew got a date for the hearing of the case, he did not reach the court. And when the police searched for Andrew a lot, they did not find any trace of Andrew. When the police searched for that unknown person who gave $1 million and bailed Andrew, he also did not have any address. Those two people disappeared as if they were never in the world. You will be surprised to know that even today, a case is going on against Andrew Carlson in Toronto. And his search is still going on by the Toronto police. But on the other hand, there are some people in this world who were absolutely true to Andrew Carlson. They said that the time travel that Andrew has talked about is absolutely true. Because there have been some such incidents related to time travel before. This incident is of November 9, 1986, when a man named Ramirez was driving his car somewhere in a city of Spain. That man was an industrial engineer by profession. And he was going to a city called Diego, Ada, 15 kilometers away from his city for his work. Ramirez had gone a little far from his city that a big intersection comes ahead. From there, that man had to take a round turn. And as soon as that man turns his car with that round turn, a strange incident happens to him. After taking a turn, he was quite surprised by what he saw. He found that he was on a 6-line highway. And that highway has been made with a lot of modern technology. When he looked back and forth, he could only see the 6-line highway as far as he could see. He saw that there are big buildings on both sides of the highway. And the strangest thing was that he had never seen all these things before. Because the road he was walking on was very narrow. And there had never been so much development there. There was no such 6-line highway on that road. He got out of the car and looked around. Then he felt like he had come to another city. Because the infrastructure there was of a completely different and high quality. He sat in his car and started walking on the same road. He saw that the cars driving around him were going very fast. The speed of the cars driving around was so high that no car of today's time can run at such a speed. While walking on the highway, he saw a transparent tunnel. After which he entered that transparent tunnel. As soon as he entered the tunnel, the temperature of his car started rising suddenly. While entering the tunnel, he heard the voice of a computerized person, who was telling him that he has come here after time travel. As soon as he crossed the tunnel, the temperature of his car became normal. As soon as he came out of the tunnel, he kept driving for an hour. Then he saw a gate on the left side of the highway. After thinking for a while, that man went to that exit gate. As soon as he came out of the exit gate, he saw that he was near his house in the city of Sivili. He was not able to understand what happened all of a sudden. When he saw the meter of his car, he was surprised. He saw that he was at his house. But still his car had traveled 150 kilometers. And the most surprising thing is that the city he had left for was only 15 kilometers away from the city. The next day, Ramirez went back to his office from the same road. But now he did not see any 6-line highway. He did this for many days in a row. But during the journey, he did not see any such highway. He inquired about it from many people. But everyone said that there is no such way. For years after this incident, something happened that surprised Ramirez. The road he used to go on, there began to be a 6-line highway. After which he realized that perhaps he had slipped in time that day and reached the future. This is why he saw a 6-line highway on that narrow road. Friends, this must have happened to you too. When you go to a place, when you see something new, you feel as if you have seen this thing before. There is an incident with you and you feel that the same thing has happened to you before. On the way, you see a stranger. And you feel that you have met that person before. Certainly, some of you must have felt this at some point. Actually, it happens because of the time slip in our universe. In plain language, you can understand it as a small glitch in the system that runs our universe. Friends, you must have seen many videos related to time travel before. The reason is that today we will not explain to you what time travel is. In fact, today our purpose was to tell you about some such events related to time travel which proves that time travel is not an imagination but a reality. Today, scientists around the world are working on making such machines. They are working on such principles by which it is possible to travel in time and go to the future or the past. Like the technique and error in our universe that we go to the future or the past for a few seconds or a few microseconds. Today, scientists around the world are looking for that same technical error. And they also want to know how to repeat that technical error in the system of the universe, how to control that error. Some scientists say that by 2040, they will be successful in time travel. Anyway, what do you have to say about this? Do tell us your opinion in the comments. If you liked the video, then like it, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell icon.